All right, so that part one was pretty short. It's about how to use the calculator in press and test mode to get logarithms to work. And now we'll talk about how to, what these look like graphically. Some of this stuff is going to be testable kind of in our unit in Excel, and some is not, because you're going to see some heavy duty graphing stuff that, and some heavy duty kind of transformations, I think. Yeah, there we can see some transformations. So I'll explain as I go through this what is kind of preview and what is seriously kind of on, could be on the test. Okay, so let's fill this in. I like to start with this as at the middle, of course. 2 to the first. Sorry, we're just going to keep doing that, and half and quarter. We've done this plenty of times. So at 0, we're at 1, at that, and at that, and then as we go backwards here, we kind of, whoops, it's still floating. It keeps getting cut in half. So that is going to swoop kind of like this up onto infinity. And then when we graph the inverse of this, remember we talked about inverse before, that's just like switching the x and y. So I could put the -2, -1 to 2 here, and these are going to go this way. If it undoes it, you could check my work on that, but that's pretty much what it is. Oh, let's change color just to be fun. Okay, so 1, 0 is here. It's almost like I'm looking at this sideways. And then 2, and then 4, and then as I go down this way, half and a quarter, and that's going to have asymptotic behavior that way, and kind of blow up to infinity kind of like that. Okay, this AD and R here is about asymptote, so let's go back to red. This is y equals 0, of course, having a horizontal asymptote. The domain is all real numbers, and the range is, we did this a long time ago, only y's where y is greater than 0. On the other one, the asymptote is a horizontal asymptote. Right, we've got this kind of thing happening here. The domain is only going to be x's that are greater than 0, but the range is, I believe the range on this is actually going to be all real numbers. Yeah, okay, great. On the, well, I'll just go on. Yeah, they're going to talk about it here. I was about to just add this, but here it is. That they have this, this line of symmetry shown here. This is kind of nice. We're going to talk about this more when we do the inverse heavily in our function transformation unit. But again, so that's kind of a preview idea, again, how that looks kind of graphically. But it's not hard to kind of notice that now. All right, what happens when the base of the logarithm changes? Yeah, so we talked about this. We did this kind of thing when we first were looking at graphs, and remember the y equals, I guess like on the first lesson or something like that, and we messed around with changing a and changing b and kind of what happens. This is the same kind of thing. So this isn't really a heavy-duty translation kind of transformation. This is just messing with the log base to see what that does, and that is kind of test-worthy, I guess, for this unit. All right, we did this before, trying to figure out what these graphs are. They all go through here, so they're all going to have an a of 1, which is kind of nice. And then at 1, we see this one is 2, so that's why this is 2 to the x. At 1, this one is 3, so this one's going to be 3 to the x. And this one looks like over here is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 to the x, looks like. And yeah, they did this for a reason. This is log base 2, this one down here, because it goes kind of straight through the 2 there. The one that goes a little farther is then going to be log base 3 to the x, and the one that goes even farther is log base 8 to the x. They did that for the symmetry for sure. Okay. Yeah, so this is definitely preview. What happens here? You know what? I don't want to waste video time on this. This is going to just make the video longer, and it's stuff we're not going to really worry about for now. This is also a preview. We may talk about this in class on review day. Again, I don't want to waste your time now. The whole point of this is, yeah, video is not as good as in person. So all of that is pretty, it's pretty skippable. But just realize the log graphs kind of look like this. They swoop this way. They have an asymptote here. It's almost like you could turn the page sideways. Can I rotate this? I can't. You turn the page sideways and it looks a lot like a exponent graph, kind of the way I count up here each time. That feels like I'm counting up like I was counting up on these. This is easier if you can see my hands while I'm doing this, but again, we'll do that on review day in class. All right, okay, so where was I at? Example 4, which one is that? Yeah, that's a preview. That's a transformation. This is a transformation. I'm gonna skip that. Don't you love this video? It's gonna be so awesome. That's definitely a transformation. So I'm going to have to think about what kind of things I would actually have you do on homework. I will stop the video now, and I will write that in Schoology.